Hello and welcome. My name is Jenny, Twin Flame Ascension Coach. And in this video, we are going to talk about twin flame telepathy. This is always a fun topic because, let's face it, a little bit of mysticism is very intriguing on this twin flame journey. And it's not every day that you start to learn about how you and your twin flame, how you and your one true love have a shared consciousness. And that is what is at the heart of twin flame telepathy. It's where you and your twin flame are both connected to that one shared consciousness, that place at the core where you are one. And in that place within you, you and your twin flame are always talking, interacting, always in sync, always in tune with each other, always in tune with your oneness. And so anytime you experience these little moments of twin flame telepathy, it's really that evidence of your connection to your oneness. And so it's a very beautiful thing. And sometimes it can show up as something small, like you both show up wearing the same color shirts. Yeah, that's a common one for sure. And sometimes it'll be more intricate to where maybe, let's see, a good example would be, okay, from my journey, it'll be like your twin flame is talking to you when you don't say a word. And maybe neither of you say a word, but the communication happens. One experience of this is I was with a group of of friends, and there were, a couple of guys there, one of them my twin flame. And I remember having this like really beautiful feeling in my heart. This just like, I was so happy, so content, feel like, I have found my place. I have found my people. I have found my home. And I remember looking over at one of my friends being like, God, is everybody feeling this? And then I looked over at one of my friends. I looked at him and I was like, is he feeling this? And I just got a clear no. Like, I just felt he wasn't feeling that. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just me. So then I looked over at the next guy who is my twin flame. And I was like, I wonder if he's feeling it. And then at the thought of that, he looked back at me and nodded his head like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I know. And that's how I took it. And it was that very just silent communication of where I asked a question in my heart and he responded. And so that's another kind of the beautiful things of twin flame telepathy, is that you have this kind of mutual understanding. Now, you absolutely have to communicate too. This is not a substitute for communication, but these are just those little instances where you can really connect and feel and treasure your oneness. Mm-hmm. And also don't get weirded out by it sometimes, because at first recognizing that there is someone in your consciousness can be really trippy and a little unsettling. So just know that it is natural. Okay. And sometimes it'll be a way of, another example of twin flame telepathy is that, so there was a conversation that I wanted to have and I didn't know how I was going to approach it. So I was thinking to myself, okay. And this was at a point where I didn't know what his twin flame journey had been we hadn't talked for a while. So I didn't know what was going on with his journey. He didn't know what was going on with mine. And so I was like, how do I broach this topic? How do I bring up, I don't even know what to say. So I was thinking about it and I was like, well, maybe I'll just start with like, hey, so how's your twin flame journey been going? Or, something like that. And I swear I was thinking that and like taking a breath. And then the next thing out of his mouth was, hey, so been meaning to ask, how's your twin flame journey been going? And so it was this amazing kind of just sync of where we were both choosing and deciding, okay, we're going to have a conversation about twin flames and our journeys. And we hadn't at all had any kind of like talk about it at all at that point. And so I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I didn't have to say something. I just had to think it. And he said it. And those little moments are beautiful as well. And then there are other things that get, you get to where you can, it's a lot of this just silent communication where you act and react to what is going on in your heart. And you can develop this by meditating in your heart space, by talking to your twin flame within your heart. And what you will find is that the more you interact with yourself in that space in your heart where you are one, the more that you will find yourself in sync with them. Whether you know your twin flames or not, whether you are in communication or not in communication. No matter what is going on in your journey, you can always connect in that space in your heart where you are one. And that is the source of your twin flame telepathy. Maybe you are planning, this is another example. You just get it in your head or in my heart that it's like, man, I want to get him this gift. And it was a gift that it was like, beyond a gift that, you would just give to someone that's a bit of a friend. It was like, a big gift. And I just felt in my heart, I wanted to get him this big gift. But there was like no logistical way I felt like I could do it easily or at all. But I still felt it in my heart. And then the next time I saw him, he said something about, I feel like I'm going to get this gift. And like, it was the thing I was feeling in my heart to get him. He was like, yeah, I think I'm going to get one of those as a gift. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, you just can't have surprises, can you? And I guess that's part of it too, is that it's an extra fun element of surprise with your twin flame because you have a sense of what's coming. And then it's the surprise is in, oh, how is this going to unfold? What is it going to look like? What is it going to actually be? Where like the broad strokes of it, you might have a feeling, but then you get to watch it play out in fun and surprising ways. So this is a lot of the fun bits of twin flame telepathy. But really the heart of it is just you and your twin flame communicating your oneness in ways that aren't necessarily verbal, or ways of demonstrating physically and outwardly that oneness that you hold within. And it's a lot of fun to explore and play with, whether you are with your twin flame or not. You can always explore this in your heart. So I encourage you to do that. Like and subscribe. Enjoy your oneness with your twin flame and practice talking to them in your heart. That is how you can build that awareness, is by connecting with the oneness within yourself, because that is where all of the telepathy comes from. It comes from your hearts dancing with each other. And the telepathy is you becoming aware of that dance. So I hope you enjoyed this video. and I will see you in the next one.